Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following King Damon of the Mountain, River, and Vale. Before we begin today's episode, I have some unfortunate news. With the several updates that have come to the Game of Thrones mod since the original Peak series, when this overall campaign, playthrough, whatever you'd like to call it, began, we've started to reach some instability episodes. We're over 50 episodes in by this point, and many, many years have passed. I'm not even sure how many years have passed, 200 or more than that. But in any case, I have had multiple crashes, my entire computer crashing as I try to run the recording and capture programs while playing on this save through. So I think that this may be one of our last episodes. I'm going to try to get this one and then maybe some kind of epilogue episode. So it is unfortunate news, but I think that this particular timeline is coming to an end, but it's not quite coming to an end just yet. We are going to try to get an episode out of this. I'm going to hope that my computer does not crash and that we'll be able to achieve some of our goals. And then we'll have a little bit of an epilogue, perhaps a short one, where I will take some suggestions from you guys at the end of this episode. So pay attention, because at the end of the episode, I'm going to ask you guys for some input, and then we're going to do a nice little epilogue so we can wrap up this timeline and kind of see what you guys think would happen with this world were this story to continue. And sometimes I think it is kind of nice to end things in that way, where you get to decide what you think the world would end up like if this were the timeline that Game of Thrones went through. Before we begin, I just want to check in with a couple little things that I've noticed while checking around the map. One, you'll remember that the Reach was going to war with the Iron Islands in order to try to liberate some of the Reach. Well, and they were winning for a while, but unfortunately, their brave king, King Alekine of the Reach, was slain by one of the Ironborn, Lord Dagon the Craven of Greygrave here of House Cod, slew the King of the Reach, and now his 3-year-old son taking over. Well, he hasn't been able to manage the war quite like his father has. So unfortunate for the Reach, but that is what it is. One other thing I wanted to check in with is the Targaryens. I know some people have brought this up many, many times. The Targaryens, what were we going to do with them? I still like to think that, they were in hiding for most of this entire, they have this piece of land here technically, but I imagined them living just in some small little castle, being very secluded, very keeping to themselves this entire time until recently when they made that alliance with Strongsong. That kind of brings them to our attention. And so, I don't really think that we would want to vassalize them. I think we would probably, maybe oust them from their castle. I don't think that King Daemon would have any liking for the Targaryens or, what they stand for, really. And so if we can get a chance to oust them, we probably will. So instead of vassalizing them, I'm going to fabricate a claim on the county. I think technically we have a claim on there, and we could just declare war on them. But that would vassalize them, and I don't want to do that. I want to actually take the county proper. I don't want him to become my vassal. I want to kick him out. Send him packing. They can go, stay with the Velaryons or something like that. In any case, they are in a war. They did try to take Dragonstone here, and they went to war against the Blackfyres of Dragonstone. Doesn't seem like it's going too well for them, as you can see. But even more importantly, in this character, I think that this character was going to be the savior of the Targaryens. Aerys Targaryen here. Look at this character. He was a genius, beautiful, a formidable fighter, This guy, he was a knight, you know, he knew politics, but not only, but he was content, compassionate, zealous, you know, maybe a little impatient, which probably ended with his death because he was slain in battle by the Viserys Blackfyre here. So a prince of the house of Blackfyre slew this man who I think that this character, if he had lived, could have been a Rhaegar Targaryen, as he's a blade master as well, and yet he was slain in battle. And I think that's going to dash the hopes of Targaryens for some time. Aelor Targaryen here, you know, he's inherited the looks of House Targaryen, but he does not have his father's genius, and I don't know if he would be able to live up to that. So unfortunate for House Targaryen here, that the hero of their house was slain by their mortal enemies, House of Blackfyre. But that's a Game of Thrones, that like that is exactly, you know, if George R. R. Martin was writing this situation, he probably would have killed off Ares as well. So that is what it is. I think that's all kind of the main things that I wanted to check in on before we get started. Now, some people pointed out that I missed a very important event in the last episode, and I absolutely did miss it. And I miss a lot of events. When things are popping up down here on the right hand side, when we're in the middle of a war or something like that, absolutely I am going to miss them because, you know, narrating these stories and paying attention to everything that's going on, you know, moving troops and like just managing the rest of the game makes it a little bit difficult to notice all the events that go on in the corner. It is what it is, you know, and I'm not even the most observant person normally. So, you know, that's just how things are going to be. But the event that we missed was the death of our sister. Not only the death, but the execution, executed by Lord Daros of Iron Oaks. Indeed, House Waynwood here, Lord Daros of Iron Oaks, executed our sister. But not only that, her husband here from House Templeton, and House Templeton is one of our vassals now, he died in captivity, in the captivity of Lord Daros here. So he let her husband starve and then executed her. That was our sister that he did this to. We will not let this stand. We currently have a truce with the Southern Vale here. I mean, do we break the truce to gain vengeance? Is that just? I don't know. I mean, obviously we would try to seize Iron Oaks and then, you know, get the just punishment here. What would we suffer for this? We would lose 1 level of fame. We would gain broke truce. General opinion minus 50. Oh, what's our level of fame at? Exalted among men. We're close to living legend. Yeah. What would be? We are just, diligent, zealous, justice. What would justice be in this age? Would breaking the truce be just, or would getting vengeance? We're not vengeful. I think if we were vengeful or something like that, I might break the truce. I don't think we're going to. I think that we are going to have our. Yeah, we're gonna have Mazart here try to, you know what, actually I think we might switcheroo the council a little bit here. Let's see, because Lord Paramount Torgold here would make a very, very good diplomat, a chancellor here. He might be able to shorten that truce for us. Mazart, what kind of skills do you got? I don't want to oust Valessa because she hasn't done really anything worth ousting. Could oust Lady Lemuria. You know, maybe we could put. Could we put him in? Yeah, you know what? Let's swap Mazart out for that. He's not going to be very good at that job. He's not terrible though. And then we are going to put Lord Torgold on the position of the counselor, and we're going to see if he can shorten that truce up for us. So I think that this is gonna work out well. Look at these stats: 31 for our good friend Lord Tegan. Then we have 35 for Lord Paramount Torgold, Lord Barian Blandish at a 30. We don't really have a great master at arms here. I would be tempted to take Lord Arryn out of that position, but he's an honorable man, and I don't think we would oust him from that. Valessa obviously has been doing a good job at a lot of different things. And then, Maceart's just in there because he's a powerful lord and he is our son in law, I believe. And then Bradwin, well, we don't have any choice about him. And why would it matter? He's our High Septon. We obviously look to his advice greatly. So we're going to get time rolling here. We're going to hope that this truce can shorten. And once it is, we are absolutely going to be taking Iron Oaks and then getting our just due against them there. So yeah, I know we've got some events here. We can give a successor for this one. I'm going to choose this guy here. And let's see, Keeper in the Mountains. Let us take a quick look. We can try to seek some worthy accolade successors. Why not? There we go. And yeah, all the rest of these, I mean, we could probably sell this book as well. And there we go. Get some extra money for that. And that's pretty much everything we need to directly worry about. We could increase our... I wouldn't mind, increasing the trebuchets here because we could use them. So yeah, we are going to manage that. We are level of splendor is legendary. Very impressive. I'd like to get to religious icon as well. I think that would be quite fitting for our character. But yeah, I mean, overall, if we look at the life of King Daemon the Blessed, he has done a very good job of what he is. Remember now, keep in mind, we started with just the Eyrie and the Bloody Gate. If I remember correctly, we might have had the High Road as well. I think we maybe had, these 3 provinces or something like that when we began. And now look at where we are at. I mean, we're definitely one of the most powerful kingdoms in the post Iron Throne time, and we are probably one of the most respected of them all as well. We might have gone to war, we might have done, we've made mistakes as all men do, but overall we've been honorable. We have, followed a just and righteous path. We've been doing the best that we can, and we have led to a fairly stable realm for the most part. So I think that we have done quite well. The delegation from the Bloody Gate slowly files out of my private chambers. Our long meeting finally over. The petitioners beg for more money to repair the crumbling walls of the holding and have invoked my lordly duty to help them. I drum my fingers on the table, pondering whether to send them funds. Good fortifications are hideously expensive. Of course, if the walls are crumbling anyways, then I could always divert their existing stipend to more personal matters. I obviously have a duty to care for my subjects, or we could supervise it personally. We're not particularly good at that. Professionally built walls. You know what? That's probably what we're gonna go for here. We'll send some people to handle that. So yeah, there we go. We are in debt. We'll be out of debt shortly. It's not gonna last very long. Targaryens lost their war and they lost their hero. Well, that's unfortunate for them. Iron Islands has had some troubles here. King Arthur, the Kraken Lord. Somebody pointed out that that's kind of an interesting name. It is. I do agree. My son has had another daughter here, Mavis Arryn. You know what? Mavis is a fine name, I would say. Prince John here is obviously a very able knight. I mean, he has fought in many wars. And he's done a good job. I mean, remember that battle in the bay where our forces just kind of got left alone by our allies and had to fight a desperate battle against a far larger army? You know, Prince John was in that army and he survived that battle. So he's whetted his blade against the enemy more times than one can count. So I think that Prince John is going to be an excellent ruler in the future. Oh yes, there is a tournament going on in Runestone. Looks like our son has qualified. And you know what? I consider Ormond to be our son. You know, he is adopted, but we raised him as our son. He is basically, you know, very much like Jon Snow or something like that. Oh, Barian has finally died. Oh, he died of injuries, maimed. I wonder what happened to him. That's unfortunate. He was an able servant for a very, very long time. I think we found him when did we get him like on the way to Old Town when we were very young and we were studying in Old Town? Or was he one of our teachers? I can't remember, but either way, he was a very, very able steward. We're going to need to assign somebody who is hopefully just as capable. And I'm probably going to put Lord Godric, the Black Dragon of Moray, because he's actually quite good at this character. Lord Godric, the Black Dragon, is an insanely good character. I mean, his stats are awesome. He's got great stewardship, great intrigue, great learning. His diplomacy and martial are not bad either. I mean, look at all of he's a murderer. Well, you know, it is what it is. A seducer, a herbalist, an aspiring blade master. He's a gallant man. Very skilled warrior, a traveler. He's got the lover's box, but one-eyed. I mean, this character, look at his prowess, 39. Very cool character. I think all of the counselor tier member characters, the ones that you in the comments can become as well if you join that counselor tier. I think all of these characters have been really cool, and they don't always play a huge role in the story, but they do have their own things going on. You know, Lord Godric has been, a fairly stable presence in the story thus far. Lord Tegan as well has, a quiet presence, but still a good one. And then, of course, Valessa, who has been acting in the shadows. And I was kind of hoping that she would try to seduce us at some point. That would have been, I think, very interesting and very fitting. But perhaps she was attempting to do some other things. Perhaps her goals were a little bit more subtle. It's hard to say, but she has served us well as our spy master, considering we haven't been assassinated or anything like that. And frankly, I think that those characters, like I said, they might not always play huge roles in the story, but it's always cool to check in with them and just kind of see how those characters are getting along. And for example, in a previous series, the ancestor of King Thorin here of House Seafroth was one of those counselor tier member characters, and now King of the Bay, and he's played a pretty important role in some of the stories as well. And there's a few other ones. I mean, where is that province? It's probably Middleton. Oh, I think that they actually, I think this house might have died out. This was from the House Peak playthrough. Yes, House Darrowson. 0 living members, unfortunately. So House Darrowson, who was part of the Peak Dynasty playthrough, has died out. But like I said, very interesting stories playing through there. I don't necessarily consider this fabricating a claim. I think that this is just, it's a mechanical thing. But we are going to use this. We are going to oust the Targaryens. Some of you might want me to vassalize them. I don't think that King Daemon would want the Targaryens as his vassals. I think he would just kick them out of the Vale. One, they marry their siblings, which is probably disgusting to King Daemon. Not only that, but they represent the very thing that caused the downfall of our civilization, really. I mean, the Targaryens and the Blackfyres and the infighting between them is what caused this entire situation. And, I don't think that we would have much liking for them. So I think that we are going to deal with them as soon as possible. We do need to raise our funds back up just a little bit, but that shouldn't take long. We're going to oust the Targaryens. They can end up wherever they end up. And if we do manage to oust them, and I think we're going to end up having to fight Strongsong, which is fine because King Jandon the Red Moon is now our rival. So yeah, we're going to go and crush Strongsong as well. But if we do oust the Targaryens, where do you think they would end up? Do you think they would go down here to serve House of Velaryon? That seems probably the most likely option, I would say. But yeah, leave your comments down below. We're going to save up a little bit of money so we don't go immediately into debt upon starting this war. And then we are going to get rid of those pesky Targaryens. Like I said, I like the Targaryen house personally, but I don't think that the just and zealous King Daemon the Blessed would have much care for the Targaryens at all. What do we have here? Send gift. Please accept this. Holy moly, that's a lot of money. Thank you very much, Master Ryman Stone of God's Root. I accept your gift. Well, that's all right. I guess we can go to war with the Targaryens now then. So yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do our claims. So this will give us the Lordship of Rockall. This will oust the Targaryens. We are going to do that. And so let's get our army up, and then we will probably end up having to face Strongsong here, I am guessing. Unless they decide not to assist their Targaryen allies. We shall see. Nope, looks like they're in on it as well. So we're going to go and deal with their army. Looks like we'll take a little bit of attrition, but I'm not too worried. We might call in some allies. Tarth, no. Runestone, yes. I won't call in Southstone because I don't think Southstone is an ally that we can really call into war, because remember that the alliance with Southstone is more of a peace treaty rather than a direct alliance. Maybe defensive wars, but we're not going to be calling them in for any offensive wars. So there we go. But Runestone we can call in because we did help Runestone out in that last episode. So there we go. Our culture has discovered ancestral claims. I'm pretty sure we've been doing the ancestral claim thing for a while. Chess game? No. We're not going to get involved in a chess game. I think we're going to lead the army ourselves this time, because why not? I think that King Daemon is the type who might do so. We're going to just, yeah, these armies, get out of our way. do not wait there. Yeah, there you go. Good for you. You were playing it smart there. Jason Arryn, this is our son. Let's see. I think that you actually probably need a mustache. There you go. Of course, mustaches are just all the fashion between the young men in the Vale and the Riverlands these days. So there we go. We are going to... Oh, they've got, yeah, 10,000. You know what? We can deal with 10,000 troops. I think that will crush them. We'll siege down Rockall, and that will be that. King Daemon going to lead this army himself, and that is just how a knightly man, a brave king, a knightly king, one who honors the seven, would lead the army. He's not going to sit back in the Eyrie and let his men fight his wars for him. No, he's going to go in there and he's going to do it himself. Look at that. King Daemon, and he's a good warrior. You know, we might be a diplomat, but we are a diplomat warrior. You know, we've got strong prowess. We're not an amazing commander. We're okay. But we are a very brave knight. So that is going to be, that's going to be good. So yeah, there we go. Let's deal with this. And their armies scatter. Let's take a look at the effects of that battle, just in case I missed any important people going down. Oh, look at this. Prince John the Talonless? I don't know. I feel like he just showed that he has some talons, considering he killed. Oh, he killed Lord Aladar of Strong Song. Oh boy. Oh, that was his heir. Look at that. Prince John goes up in battle against the heir of Strong Song. Oh, he was just a kid too. 17 years old, freshly made knight. He goes up in battle. He ends up facing Prince John. Oh, that is so epic. That is very, very cool that Prince John's first, proper Lord kill was against the heir to Strong. Well, that's going to really cement the rivalry between the two houses, but that is awesome. I don't like the name. I mean, Talonless. I feel like he showed his talons there. Perhaps this is a mocking name that some from House Strong Song might call him, but very cool. Mace Art, wounded a man as well. Lord Arryn killed Colin. Let's see here. Our knight, Lord Merrick. Oh, Lord Merrick of Moongates was slain, though, by one of theirs. So, that's, awesome. Good job, though, Prince John there, slaying the heir to Strong Song. Very cool. I'll be sad to give up this playthrough. I would like to keep it going. I might try, but I don't think we're gonna last too much longer here. Like I said, I can't risk crashes happening every time I try to record this save file. So we'll do what we can, but I think we're going to have to wrap this story up. And you know what? If we wrap it up, at least we're doing so in a pretty epic way. We're gonna try to do everything that we can, and that is just how it's gonna have to be. There we go. The war is done. There we go. I think we're gonna let one last battle get engaged here. And so, okay, so we're going up against Strong Song, and the Targaryens are going up against Runestone. That is good. Let's crush them both in these two separate battles. I know we could have ended it here, but I'd rather finish off their armies. And there we go. Let's take a look at the details of that battle. I don't know if anything important happened there. It did not, but we did crush their army, and thus we can enforce our demands. Let's kick these Targaryens out of the Vale. There you go. You can wander now, Aethan Targaryen, no longer a lord. Look at that. And your son imprisoned. So be it. You know what? We might, maybe we'll take his bastard son and negotiate his release. Maybe we'll, he's a knight already at age 12. I'm tempted to recruit him. Faith of the Seven. You know what? Let's recruit him just because that'll be interesting. But take the vows? Oh, yeah. Let's make him take the vows, though. Yeah, I think that's cool. So we captured one of the Targaryen sons. We're going to make him a Septon here. And I think that's interesting anyways. So there we go. Disband the army. King Daemon doing an excellent job leading the war as always. We're going to go with household guard here, I suppose. Number of captains. We already have so many and we can't even fill those positions, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Oh, Lord Paramount Gawain has died from his wounds. Interesting. And now his son, King Oswell, rules. And that will end the truce, so we can go and get our revenge. Oh, we can seize all de Jure lands? Well, we have to do it, don't we? Let us deal with the Southern Vale once and for all. We're gonna get Iron Oaks, and we're gonna deal with the man who executed our sister and let her husband die in prison. Yeah, let's do this. You know what? We're going to turn our army around from Rockall here. We're going to march back south across Strong Song because they can't stop us. And then we are going to deal with our ancestral enemy here in the Southern Vale. So there we go. Let us declare war on them as well. Raise up the armies. Let us deal with this. King Daemon has no more patience for those who would defy the righteous rule of House Arryn and those who would make enemies of us, you know, those who would murder our sister and harbor the murder of our sisters, those who ousted us from our lands so long ago. We will not stand for this any longer. King Daemon's cause is just, it is righteous, and we are going to enforce it. Let's call our allies to war this time. We are going to call up the Bronze King, and that's probably all we're going to need. And then we're going to head here directly for the capital. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go and crush their army first, and then we'll head for their capital. I wonder if the is he with the army? No, he's hiding. He's hiding in his castle, and he's letting others lead his army. Well, we're gonna go crush your army, then we're gonna come to your castle and imprison you. Oh, look, you tried to run, but you can't run. You can't run from the great army. You know what? King Daemon's gonna lead this one himself once again. There we go. Take a look at this. Crushing their army. Who do they got running at? Just some lowborn man, Gawain. Well, he's not going to live much longer, I suspect. Here. There we go. Dealt with them. And now we're going to head over to the capital, siege it down, and be done with this. We can take a look at the battle. I don't think anything too interesting happened there. No. Oh man, our son slaying the heir to Strong Song is just, you know, the heir to the Vale slaying the heir to Strong Song. That is just too cool. I really, really enjoyed that event happening, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, we're gonna go and siege him down here. He's still in his castle, so we might be able to imprison him. We shall see. And then we will have dealt with our enemy. Oh, what? We just made Arston Stone one of the Septons. We just brought this boy to our court, and then he was murdered by Baldric Sirwood. Jeez. Game of Thrones. It truly is a Game of Thrones playthrough, isn't it? We're going to let these sieges go on. Oh, what is Godric's fighting a war here? Defending... Oh, the Crossing de Jure War. Can we stop this? Let's see. Nope. It doesn't look like it there. Stop vassal war. There we go. We can demand that. Hopefully he will accept. Because Lord Godric of Moray... Oh, how dare you defy me, Lord Paramount Mazart. Huh. We're gonna have to... Oh, man, this kid... You know, we've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt many times. You know, he slept with somebody before he married our daughter. I could kind of let that slide. But defying our very wishes? I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Good question. That is a good question. We might have to bring him in. We might have to try to imprison him. And then just see if he accepts and, you know, give a punishment. I don't think that we will do anything particularly bad to him, but we will attempt to offer some kind of just punishment here. So siege is done. Let's go and hit their army one more time here. We do need to take a few more places, it looks like, but I don't think we're gonna have too much trouble with that. Yeah, what are we gonna do about you, Mazar? Why didn't you just accept? Why don't you just accept? Well, he is young, he is headstrong, he's actually a very skilled warrior. He had 30 prowess, so... Wow, just absolutely slaughtering their army. Yeah, they got nothing left now. Let's go in here, let's siege down the Red Fort, I suppose. And get a couple more sieges done, and then we should be done with this war. What do we have here? A humble gift? All right, we will accept. And oh, our acquaintance. See, I miss all of these ones here. Yeah, people dying in our dungeons. Not really too concerned about that. They were our enemies. So yeah, they're just old old warriors from House Weatherwax. Lord Ulbert, you know, passed away in the dungeons. Well, it is what it is. Maybe after the war had ended, we would have ransomed them out. We could probably, release this boy, I suppose. He's just a child. We're not going to keep a child imprisoned, right? But the rest of these people, they can stay in prison for now. Perhaps they will be able to pay a ransom at some point. We shall see. Oh, Mazart. We really, really tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. But he's just not been the best. I mean, but our daughter is pregnant with his child. Can we really do that much to him? I don't think we can imprison him, can we? If it's 100% chance, if we know that he's gonna come in, then maybe we will. But I'm not gonna start a civil war against him for this. Is that just? I don't know if it is just. I don't think starting a civil war for that is, considering technically it's his de jure claims. It's a difficult situation. Might be something that I ask you in the chat about what you guys think we should do once this war is over, that is. I mean, right now we have to deal with the more important thing, and that is the Southern Vale. And then we're going to have to deal with Lord Daros, because he literally executed our sister. So that is obviously going to be forefront on our mind. There we go. We dealt with that. We do need to get another siege, probably one more siege done. We're going to go and deal with them, their little army here, and then we should be able to do one more siege and end them there. So let's crush their army so they can't siege their castle back. Oh, wait, do we... Oh, we can't enforce our... No, we can't enforce our demands just yet. Not until we get to 100%. Thought we had the perk that would let us end that. I really thought we did. Thought it let when you can end it at 90%. Perhaps not in either case. Let's go and finish the sieges here. Weatherwax, yeah, they stood no chance. They only have 10 men who would accept their call to arms at this point. Their army utterly defeated. They stand no chance of defying us any longer. The Southern Vale will be ours. And we have another daughter of our dynasty, Ellen Arryn. Will our son have a son? That's a good question. It remains to be seen thus far. Get these sieges down and done with. House Weatherwax just sending in a tiny, paltry amount of troops to try to stop us, but no, it's not going to work. They don't have anything that can defy us any longer. Oh, well, you are... Oh, I see. Now he's part of Willow Wood, which is ruled by somebody from the House of Arryn. I don't even know how that ended up being the case, but it is. Oh, Mazart. Well, Lord Godric, I mean, he was a minor lord at the very least. I mean, look at his province here, Mori. It's just this little mountain valley. Probably gets attacked by moonmen all the time. Yeah, I doubt they had much going on here. We still got to siege one more place down, annoyingly enough. But that should end it. Your vassal, Lord Edmore, created the branch Arryn of Angkor. What? Look at this. They got a couple. Look at their cadet. Ugh, that's an ugly cadet quartering that they've got there. House Edmore of Old Angkor. Well, that's their prerogative. I guess they can make their house symbol whatever they want. I mean, actually, it would be kind of cool if they had the symbol of House Arryn, but it was the orange and black of House Peak. That would look pretty cool, actually. But in any case, we can't deal with that just yet, anyways. So we're gonna go in. We're gonna get this siege done. That should presumably be enough. I'm hoping, anyways. I don't really want to do too much more sieging here. We'll probably go and just do a mass ransom of all of our prisoners after that as well, and then that should bring our funds back up too. Oh, a counselor, steward. Who's our? I must have missed that. I can't even remember who we made our steward. Oh, it was right. It was the Lord of Moray here, who there we go, Lord Godric, the Black Dragon. Right. Okay, so we need a new steward, Lady Lymeria. Very well. She can be our steward. I'm fine with that. Get this siege done. 97%. Oh, come on. Can we not just end this here? Why must they refuse to surrender? Surely they know they are beaten. Surely they know there is no withstanding King Daemon. Oh, actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind going and sieging Iron Oaks just to see if we can imprison our enemy here. We're going to go and try it. I might even if we hit 100%, I might actually just go and do the siege anyways. Yeah, you know what? Actually, no. We're going to end it, and then we're going to try to imprison the Lord of Iron Oaks. So we're going to... Will not accept. Why not? We're at 100%. Oh, we're not at 99% now. Oh, great. Why is it continuously going down? What is our war target here? Defender controls the war target. Is like his entire land the war target? I have absolutely no idea. We're going to split our army up, though. I'm going to continue, and we're going to send the rest of our army with Sir Parman here to deal with them. I don't know if our war target is just the entirety of these lands, but we'll see. Apparently, we got to do some more sieging, though. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get this fight done. Oh, Sir Parman Duloc passed away. Ugh. Sir Parman, you served us well. Gonna get this fight done. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get the Siege of Iron Oaks, and then hopefully we'll be done with this war. But yeah, we shall simply have to see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just leave all this war in there or if I'm gonna cut some parts out. We'll probably leave it all in. I think it's been an interesting fight. That's for sure. Not anything major, but just, you know, we are truly dominating the Southern Vale. There are few lords who have not felt the righteous cause of King Daemon coming down upon them, and we're gonna make sure that the bastard of Iron Oaks here is going to face that. Do we have any siegers? We have a single sieger. We do not have any siegers, it looks like. So it is what it is. I think we're going to go... Oh, engineered for destruction. You know what? We're going to take that because that's going to help our siege engines out. And I'm going to put myself back in charge of the army here. So let's hope that the siege goes down quickly here. I'm going to speed time up just a little bit. We'll continue these sieges. I know I had a moment where we were at 100%, and I wish I had selected it then, but sadly we did not. So it is what it is. Another girl child, that is fine. Ah, somebody's plotting against my nightmare. Find out who it is, Valessa. Let us find out who would dare act against my people. Oh, and just people dying in the dungeons. Ugh. You know, if you can pay a ransom, then we'll let you out. There we go. And they are. Some of them are paying some ransom, so that is good. Oh, I don't want to do I want to fix this? No, I don't want to spend that on the crossbow. I should have just sold it. But I wasn't thinking of that at the moment. All right, let's get these sieges done. Surely we must be done soon. Come now. Siege of Iron Oaks, will we capture the evil? Oh, what? Oh, see, killed in battle. Ah, damn. So we didn't get justice ourselves, but he was slain in battle. Lord Daros was slain in battle, and it looks like he is imprisoned by Bronze King Chael, his son. So we can't get true justice for our sister, but justice has technically been done. Oh my god, the sieging here. The siege is in this game. I truly think the one thing about the Game of Thrones mod, I think they should have had less baronies in all the different provinces. I think they could have done way less, maybe 2 or 3, and one that would have helped him with performance, and it would just make sieging and stuff a lot easier. I don't know why they made 6 baronies for every province, but well, that is the choice of the mod developers, and I mean, they've made an amazing mod, so I can't judge them too harshly for it, but 98%, come on, let's get this final one here done. There we go, 100%. Enforce the demands. So be it. There we go. Disband all. And look at that. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Oh, and Weatherwax here, Lord Paramount Oswell. I mean, we're probably going to strip him of his Lord Paramount title, that's for sure. We might let him keep some lands, but we're definitely going to strip him of his title. So, like I said, Wanderers, what do you think should happen next? We will probably have one more kind of epilogue episode, and consider this, I mean, King Daemon is 50 years old. We probably would only get 1 more or 2 more episodes out of it anyways. But what do you think is going to happen here? Do you think that, we would be able to perhaps vassalize Bronze King Chael? I mean, our alliance has really strengthened in these last few years. Do you think he would accept vassalization? I don't know if he would. He's in debt, but he is very prestigious. And I don't know if we would force him into a vassalized position. I think he's probably pretty strong in his independence. Obviously, we would like to act against Strongsong, but currently there is still the alliance due to the marriage between our brother and one of the House of Strongsong. But yeah, what do you think is going to happen with the rest of this? What do you think King Daemon should do in the final years of his life? Leave your comments down below, because I will be taking those into account while I'm setting up the next episode. But until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.